If you're seeing this, then this is your full moon in Leo messages. Welcome. My name is Lara. If you are new, it's great to have you. If you're not new, it's great to have you too. Thank you so much for being here. We are here under the energies of a Leo full moon. How you feeling? How's it going? You doing okay? There's a lot. There's a lot. I feel kind of two sides of the same thing that I'm holding a lot of. I think that's super interesting considering just other things that I've picked up around the energy that's happening. We already posted our Tarot Tuesday for the week. So if you're interested, you can go take a look at that. But the full moon is right at the beginning of the week. So I feel like a lot of the energy that we're dealing with over the next week is heavy on the full moon and heavy on that Leo energy, but also we have Uranus squaring, conjuncting something. I don't know which one it is, but Uranus and the sun are doing a thing, and Uranus is, this is one of the two planets that rules Aquarius, and we're finishing up Aquarius season now at the tail end of it. So it's interesting to see Aquarius, and I mean, you always have that when you have the full moon. You have the partner energy, right? The opposing energy of the sign of the season in the full moon. And I don't know. I'm just like feeling it very strongly. And I also feel like that's like very Leo energy, is to like make sure it knows, that it's here. So, Leo energy being big and bold and like, strength and confidence and, really going out there and shining your light brightly, no matter what anyone says. And that is interesting because even though they're, the two different energies, that's one thing that both Leo and Aquarius, I think, have in common, is that embodiment of authenticity, sort of done in different ways. But Leo is like not being afraid to shine your light and being who you are, because it's not about outshining anyone else. It's about shining as bright as you are meant to shine. And that's different for everybody. And when it's different, how can you compare? Okay, so maybe let's stop comparing. Anyway, talking to myself and whoever else needs that. I feel things on both sides of that sentiment. So anyway, this full moon illuminating all of these things for us. Full moons in general are a time of sort of reassessing the intentions that we've set under the new moon. And it's a time of harvest. It's a time to let things go that aren't working, and to also rework what is working and continue rework anything that needs to be reworked, and then continue on with things that are already working. So anyway, that's what I'm trying to say. So that's just like a little bit about what's going on. Welcome to that. And if you're finding this, you're also finding this on February 12th, which is February 12th, 2025, which is great if you're finding it on or around that day. If you're not finding it anywhere near that time, that's okay too, because these messages were meant to find you exactly when they did. Time is not linear. So but as a whole, as a collective, we're here sitting under this energy, working through it, moving through it. So we're going to kind of take a look at what our cards have to say. I've got my oracle decks. I've got my tarot deck. Also, I thought, hey, Uranus energy, innovation, shaking things up, right? The unknown. I actually have a little tarot spread to do. And so this, I actually got this from someone else. It's a creator that I follow, Myths of Creation. I follow them on Instagram, but I'm sure they're other places. Anyway, Myths of Creation is an imagination healer, frequency artist, and heart healer. Absolutely love the things that they put out, and they have this really great Leo, full moon in Leo spread available for us to play with. And I thought, hey, why not try something new? Embrace the unknown. Yeah, so we're gonna get into that and see how that feels. It's gonna be a little bit more structured than my readings normally are. Most of the time I just pull things and put the story together based on what I'm seeing, but this is gonna, this is a spread that has cards, that has positions, and we'll go over that, and we'll have things to consider. If you want to journal on these things, because there are specific placements for the cards, that may be something you feel called to do. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, why not? Why not? So, yeah, also with these messages, again, this is a general reading that we're doing. So, please keep that in mind. If, some messages may be for you, some may not. So just, you'll know what's meant for you and what's not. Trust your inner voice, trust your intuition. And it's always good to just take things with a grain of salt. So, but hopefully you'll find some insight here. Hopefully there will be something that you're resonating with. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So we're going to do a little, before I even pull some cards, we're going to center ourselves a little bit and just sort of connect in with the energy. So if you want to just get yourself a little bit more comfortable wherever you are, we're going to start just sort of gently closing our eyes and taking a couple deep breaths. Just sort of settling in to the moment. Into our bodies. And as you breathe, imagining yourself like a cloud. Cloud in the sky. Letting go of anything that you are not meant to hold. Anything that's not yours to hold, or anything that's not a part of you. You can let that go. And as you have taken the space to let all of that go, on your next breath, breathing in and visualizing the cloud that you are getting bigger as you call your power back, calling back everything that is you, everything that is yours. as that power comes back to you. A cloud grows. And then, when you feel ready, let your eyes flutter open and come back to where you are. Feels good. Okay, now that we are connected in with our energy here, I'm going to start, before we get into the spread that we have, I'm going to start here with one of our keepers of the light tarot, just to see who is here with us to guide us under this full moon energy. Who do we have here with us? Ooh. Oh, kind of looks like we have two. Interesting. Ha, okay, yeah. Yeah, this is so funny. Okay, so we have two, which makes sense. It makes sense. We have two guides here from our Keepers of the Light Oracle deck. And we'll sort of see what the little guidebook has to say about them. But first to come out was Bridget. Okay, can you see that? Literally holding the fire. This for me is, with the red hair, this is giving that Leo energy from the full moon. Okay. Bridget also representing inner strength, like a lion. Move back to wholeness. Recognize that you have power. Right after we reclaimed all that power back. Right? Okay, so that's great. And then the other one who came out was Mahavatar Babaji. I hope I'm saying that correct. Soul expansion. And that I'm feeling, especially with all the blue that's here, this is really in line with that Aquarius energy that we're still working with. So again, this week is a lot about holding two sides of the same coin here. We even sort of have the two coins of the divine feminine, the divine masculine. Mahavatar Babaji, soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. So let's see what the book has to say. Sometimes that gives a little bit more insight. Bridget, I know she is a Celtic goddess of strength. What else is she? Bridget is a Celtic goddess of Ireland who is closely associated with fire and the time of the spring, which is interesting because spring is about to be sprung. She's the twin flame of Cernunnos. I think that's what I'm saying. She was so well loved by the Celtic people that when Christianity came to Ireland, she was adopted as a saint of holy wells and other holy places. She's a powerful figure who can help us channel our energy into something that is important for our growth. And as she herself has lasted through the ages, she adds longevity to our journey so that we can reach a deep state of wholeness. And that is super interesting because a lot of times with fire energy, it's super easy to burn out because fire is not very grounded. But we've got this fire energy, this inner strength, and also in her card is a lot of green. So it's grounding that fire, okay? Which adds that longevity. You can call on her to bring her sacred flames to burn away anything that's not serving you, which we just let go of, right? And to bless any new projects you have in mind and for support with fertility. Okay, this could be literal. Maybe you're trying to conceive a human, or this can be figurative. Fertility is an act of creation. So for those of us who are artists, if you don't even have to be an artist in the classical sense. I mean, humans are creative in nature. Every human is creating every moment that they are conscious. I might even say unconscious in your dreams. So yes, interesting. The extended message here is your spiritual fire is growing within. Recognize that the power of your soul is greater than you think. You have come a long way since you began this journey. There is a powerful force within you, and you have the ability to create wonderful changes in your own life and inspire those around you to do the same. Be aware of new projects, opportunities, and fertile ideas that can grow into something larger than you may imagine. Ooh, I just got tingles down my spine. Call on the fiery goddess Brigid to light the way with her little flame there. I love that. Okay, now let's talk about Babaji, Mahavatar. M-A. There we go. Mahavatar Babaji. Mahavatar means great incarnation or avatar. Okay, that's what I thought that was what that meant. And Babaji means sacred father. So again, divine feminine, divine masculine, two sides of the same coin. Mahavatar Babaji is a deeply respected master yogi who was introduced to the world through the teachings of the Indian yogi Paramahansa. That one's harder for me. I'm sorry. Paramahansa Yogananda. Okay. All right. Overcoming that dyslexia. Okay, great. Babaji, as he's called for short, right, is said to be over 2,000 years old and able to travel the earth and other worlds. He is said to have an invisible temple in the Himalayas that can appear to those he wants to connect with. Many believe that he is Christ himself, bringing deep love, acceptance, forgiveness, insight, and direction. The extended message: you may feel that you've retreated from the world recently. Maybe you've not been as active socially or spiritually, but this time of inner rest has really paid off. You are becoming more and more consciously aware of how connected you are to God and all living beings. This sense of union is called yoga. Again, with that divine masculine and divine feminine, bringing both of those together. This is the divine union. Okay? And this sense of union is called yoga. Yoga goes beyond physical ability and into a sense of awareness that's created through spiritual practice, meditation, and devotion to the divine. Mahavatar Babaji, the yogic father, is here to inspire that fire of union within so that you can understand how your thoughts and actions are creating the waves of energy that form your life. Interesting. Yes. You as the individual coming into the community or collective as a whole. How does your individuality, how does your authenticity play a part in the wholeness the interconnectedness of the universe. Okay, cool. Chill. That's so interesting because that's right on point with where our tarot spread's gonna take us. So without further ado, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull 3 cards. Each of these, I'm actually gonna pull 4, but I'm gonna pull 3 from the tarot deck, and I'm gonna pull the last one from our moon deck, which will be our second oracle for the reading. And 3, they will each have a specific meaning, the positioning will, and we'll sort of talk about what the card is speaking to as far as the positioning goes. So a little different than what I normally do. Normally my readings are just like chaotic, like, I don't know, like this is the vibe I'm catching. Interestingly enough, we've got a little bit more structure here today. Okay. All right, but here we go. So let's start with our first card. Our first card, what symbolizes our desire to be seen, to shine, and create from inner courage? Could we please have one card showing us what is our desire to be seen, to create from inner courage and shine? The wheel. So that's coming in as number 1. And all I'm hearing is because it is your destiny. Also the wheel too. You have the balancing here of the light and the dark. Okay. This one always reminds me, like, it's about how you play the game. It's all just a game. The Maya, the illusion, right? The Matrix, whatever you want to call it. It's about how you play the game. And then that makes me think of Florence Scovel Shinn's book, The Game of Life and How You Play It. So that may come back. She comes up every now and again. Love her. Let's go ahead and get our number 2. Number 2 is, what is my role in the collective? I just need one card though. So what role in the collective am I playing here? Please and thank you. Just one card to show us. What is my role in the collective? Okay, we have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. In the reverse position. Okay. We need to think about that a little bit. But let me go ahead. I'm going to get our third card here as well. And this card is representing Uranus, which is our relationship to innovation and evolution. So what card represents our relationship to innovation and evolution? What card? Just one card. What card is our Uranus card here? Nope, that's not it. Could I please have one card? Thank you. Okay. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Interesting. That's so interesting because we're talking about innovation and evolution, and then we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is a super steady, it's slow moving, but it's slow moving in a methodical, like one foot in front of the other, taking it one step at a time, planting one seed. Okay. I mean, you can see here, like lots of seeds were planted, but you know, which ones are the ones that are growing? That path of evolution that's there. Okay. I'm going to sit with this just for a second and then see if we can make some sense out of what we have here before we get our next card. Okay. Okay, so this is so interesting. Yes, all right, so let's kind of go over it all together. So with what's symbolizing our desire to be seen, to shine, and to create from inner courage, like I said, we have the wheel here. The wheel literally, it represents a lot of things. It represents change. It represents fate, destiny, luck. This can also be like the chaos of creation here as well. You do have this like balancing act on, I see these as like poker chips, kind of, right? Like the poker chips of life. And so what I'm picking up as far as what this is symbolizing, our desire to be seen, to create from inner courage, and what was the other one? Shine, all right, is literally because it is your destiny. This is why you're here. You are here to shine your light. You are here to be seen. You are here to create. If you didn't know that before, now you know. Maybe you felt like you needed permission. Okay. And that looks like a lot of different things for a lot of different people. But yeah, I'm like getting the sense of like, that's why you're here, is creating from a place of inner courage, really living authentically, because that is your path. That's why you're here, to sort of break out of the usual mold. You're taking a chance on trying something new. It is considered a pretty radical act to fully embody your own authenticity, to shine your light, right? And that's not to say that you're not affected, because a lot of people who are not comfortable with you shining your light will have something to say about it, okay? It's not that you aren't affected by any negativity that comes with, because that's just the name of that. That's the name of this game, right? The brighter you shine for people who are not doing their work or doing their healing or living in their embodiment of authenticity, this is going to trigger them. That really has less to do with you, and doesn't mean you're not affected by it. People behave nasty, they say nasty things, okay? But you are here to shine as bright as possible. If you're here watching this video, that's what you're here to do. Don't let them impact you, right? Just because you're affected by others, because we are all a part of the whole, doesn't mean that they need to impact you in your purpose, your mission. You are meant to shine bright. I mean, we all are in our own way, right? No matter what that is. Now, as far as your role in the collective, and I think this is kind of interesting. I think this actually has a double meaning. Our second card here, the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Now, this, a lot of times this is speaking to not being able to ground ideas and projects into the material world. That can often be pretty disappointing. It may feel like things have slipped through your fingers. I struggle with disappointment a lot. You're here to, but this, I think in this particular position, as far as the role in the collective, we're talking about learning from past mistakes? Are you learning from your past mistakes? Where were those moments maybe you didn't shine bright, that an opportunity seemed to slip through your hand? Are you learning from those past mistakes? Also, are you learning as a collective? Are we learning collectively from collective bad mistakes? Are we? A lot of things seem to be suspiciously repetitive at this moment in history. Are we as a collective learning from our past mistakes? And also you as part of the collective. Are you learning from the collective's past mistakes? Are you learning from your own past mistakes? The things that haven't worked out. Why didn't they work out? Probably because you weren't shining your light. Right? I feel like that has something to do with it. And then number 3 here, our third card, which represents Uranus, our relationship to innovation and evolution. And with the Knight of Pentacles, again, this is that slow and steady progress. This is security as we are evolving into our brightest self, our most authentic self. So that's really interesting. Let's get our 4th card here. I'm going to pull the Moon Oracle deck, and this card is going to represent what's going to support our nervous system in order to express our true genius. So could we please have one card? What is going to support our nervous system in order to fully express our true genius? I am on the right path and divinely guided. Look at that, under a full moon and everything. Oh my gosh. I love this imagery in this like river. It's too cold to go get in the water right now, dead of February. But here, let's read a little bit more. I am on the right path and divinely guided. This is number 16. Let me get it. Okay. Guidance. When we relax into ourselves, we feel more at peace and return to trust. Yeah, that's what I was getting. I was getting trust. We remember that each small step creates the whole. Ha ha! Each small step creates the whole. A journey overflowing with divine order. A loving force within and around you is guiding you on your path. Breathe. This guidance may take form of inner knowing or may present itself as meaningful signs in your life. The exact name you give this guiding power is up to you. You may also look to your spirit guides, angels, and ancestors for support. It is often a calm, encouraging, and lovingly firm voice, free from anxiety, force, or fear. As you walk your path, notice and acknowledge the signs. The ritual going with this is a ritual of guiding signs. And let's see, spiritual guidance is abundantly available to you. There's a 2-part ritual, ask and receive, and then paying attention with daily awareness. So there you have it. Are you noticing the signs? You know? Yeah, what do you think? This is our reading. I hope you liked it. It was kind of new. What do you think? Did you like it? I don't know. It's nice to try new things. Just to keep us all on our toes. But yeah, that's the message. I mean, it is a part of your destiny to be shining bright. Part of that is learning from past mistakes, either personally or collectively, and continuing on this steady progression. You already know the way, all right? So make sure you're continuing to tap into that inner knowing for yourself, balanced with the divine feminine and the divine masculine. So I hope this helps. If you found it helpful, please like, share, subscribe, do all the things. I'm so grateful for you to be here. And yeah, there's more information in the description box if you want to connect. But otherwise, have a great full moon, and I will see you on the other side.